Hello guys and girls, how's it going? Screezilla here and I hope you're all well. And you join me today in Lobillard, France. Yes, vive la révolution. Bonjour mesdames, mesdemoiselles et messieurs. Oh, oh oui, Dieu sacre bleu. Parlez-vous l'anglais? Anyway. Sip of coffee there. Playing low tier France, yes. Basically, clubbing a few Italian players as they come into the game, and I'm playing with a good friend and long-time fan, QP Pilot, one of my old viewers. Yes, a viewer of mine and a person that I've known for a fairly long time now. Yeah, so we're playing today as a squad. Now he's got a very aggressive fighting style, and I'm more of a sort of stealthy sniper type. So slightly different gameplays today. So QP Pilot, we're in the same vehicles. He's actually grinding up his French tech tree at the moment, and of course I have mine pretty well ground. So what do I want to talk about today? Well, the first things I want to talk about is different play styles and how they can affect a game. See, whereas I play as a very sneaky sniper type, mainly due to the ping that I endure with the Australian servers, which are notorious for their bad playability. If you play a little bit more aggressively, it can be a more rewarding gameplay, and it's a very strange little dichotomy of how the game works. And when you're playing more aggressive, you tend to suffer more losses. When you play more stealthy and gun orientated, you tend to not die as much. But which is better? I hear you crying. Well, they both have their advantages and disadvantages, and they both are for different people. As I said, people play differently, and that's an important thing to know. Not everybody's going to play the same, not everybody has the same play style, not everybody has the same enjoyment of playing in different ways. So when you're playing in a sort of more advanced attacking role, generally you want to use a slightly more advanced attacking tank, so something with a bit of strength. When you're playing in a sneaky role, you can use something which is a bit more of a glass cannon. And the AMR-35 is definitely that. You don't have much armour, you can defend yourself against 7.7mm fire, but not much else. But you do have on board a fantastic 25mm anti-tank rifle. With this anti-tank rifle, you have a very good shell. Very good velocity, 950 meters per second, which is ridiculously fast, which means that you have a very, very good aiming ability. But also it has very good penetration ability. However, where it falls down is its post-penetration. Of course, it is a very tiny shell. It's a bullet. It's not a shell, it's a bullet. This is a bullet we're using. And basically we're firing from a rather large rifle. So if you imagine a stock M1 gun, like if you're shooting at a car, you're not going to do huge amounts of damage to the car unless you hit certain spots. The same goes for the anti-tank rifles, and the same for the Italian anti-tank rifle as well. Is you've got to play smart, and basically you've got to aim for the vehicle and aim for crew members, take out specific parts of it. So right here I'm going to a point where I can sort of try and hopefully sneak up here. Now QP Pilot's coming around to give me a bit of a push. Unfortunately, the AMR-35 doesn't have enough ground clearance to really get up here. This can be a very, very nice little spot for sniping though. If you are going to go for a sniping spot, this can be great. And what I would say is probably in the new Italian armoured cars, you're probably going to be able to get up here without any problem. And with that, you're going to be in a fantastic spot. because it's a place where people don't look, and it's a place where you can really take advantage of. So we try a few different techniques of run-ups and things like that, and trying to get in the right spot. So QP here just going for the run-up and pushing me up there, but no, nothing works. So we're going to give up here. So we give up on this position. Now, I spot my first tank. So position a tank, take the first shot, take out the driver. Okay. Second shot, straight through the front. I took out the machine gunner, not the driver. So second shot, straight through the front. Take out the rest of the queue with fragmentation, of course. And you have to really aim your shots well with this gun. It's a gun that you have to be very cautious with. But if it lands, it's going to cause a lot of damage. Now QP's going for more advanced scouting and heading towards a more aggressive placing, while I sit back and sort of hang around and cover him, really. So going for a covering position rather than an active firing spot. So QP goes around and there is a armoured car there. QP takes the shot, takes him out instantly. Nice job from QP. So now he's in the front, I'm in the behind. So I have to really watch out for his rear, and basically working as his rear guard, rear gunner. And this is something you can do in when you're in a squad, because you can actually work together in that respect, and it is quite useful in that. However, we're going to split up a bit here now. This is where we pretty much change our paths. So QP's heading towards B, and I'm going to head towards this hill. So I'm going to go for a sniping spot, while QP is going to go for the full advance. Again, he's watching out, he's keeping an eye out. Now I've got a target in mind, so we'll switch to my gun position. I can see the tank in the distance. Armoured car. Now you can see my reticle there just bouncing around. I take a shot, take out his gunner, take a second shot, hit the engine. Now this is where the small shell and low post-penetration damage really comes to show. The M1542 there is not taking much damage from me. However, I do manage to get the shot in just at the right stage behind the crew, take out the drivers. QP's advancing, and there is a Panzer III on us. So he's going around trying to help this B1. So there's an AB41 there. I can see it, take the shot, manage to take out the crew. Nice work. So again, it's a sort of tricky position to be in sometimes. You know, you have to really work hard and work as a team in that respect. But being in that sort of position where I can actually overwatch and keep an eye on things means that I've got a little bit better chance of getting a few more kills. However, QP's probably going to do more towards helping the team. So I'm on 3 kills, he's on 1 with 1 assist. So I'm keeping an eye towards this area of the map, and also the other side, and there's a Panzer IV. So QP's getting around, takes a shot, goes through, manages to take out the driver, follows up the shot, damages the turret ring, but this is where it comes really scary for this vehicle, because you're in a position now where you can't penetrate. He's got his gun on him. Now his driver's going to recover soon. Meanwhile, I'm moving into another position. So he's actually retreated a little bit and is trying to get around to take out this Panzer IV. Now there's a Char B1 coming up behind him. But as we can see, he's in a very difficult position here, because his commander cupola is going to be very exposed. AS-42 there, and it's in my sights. Now I wait for it to come behind the tree, take a shot, and do no damage at all, even though I go through both of his wheels. This is a problem for the armoured cars at the moment. Now QP unfortunately does get taken down. This is a problem for armoured cars at the moment, in the fact that, well, wheels don't really receive damage properly. and are not modelled correctly to take damage, and that can be very frustrating. Now QP is in the Shah B1 now, and he's heading towards... For some reason it has me as this killer. Okay, weird. Has me... he's coming towards B to really take... Sorry, towards B, yeah, to take on the enemy. Now I'm sort of settled into a nice little sniping spot here, where I can hopefully take on anything that comes past. But being in this position is dangerous now, because I've taken out a few enemies and they've got respawns. So I know that B is under attack and I can see a few shots being taken, but I'm just keeping an eye out just in case anything scoots around. Binoculars out. Now of course we don't get scouting at this BR, so we can't really do much in that respect. Now we can see the Shah over there is having some trouble with some tanks, so we're just going to try and get into a position where we can help out. Now we spot an AB-43 over there. Try to take the shot, miss, a little bit high, go for a lower shot, take it, damage his gun, mantle it, but nothing else, but he's down. So he's been taken out, so that's all good. Can't really see at the moment from my position, but noticed, okay, he's dead. Alright. So we spin around, and we're just going to try and support the Shah B1 now, who has just been taken out, unfortunately. So we can see a tank there, hit the track, bounce, pull up another shot, take the transmission. This is guesswork at the moment because we can't actually see him through the bushes, but we have been hitting, so we can just keep hitting that same spot. Now, looking around still, and trees are being in the way, so just looking for basically people taking a shot. We can see the smoke puffs there, a little bit short there. You can see the Panzer III shooting there, and we're just that little bit off from the shots. He's moved, go to take the shot, no penetration. We have to move around, we take another shot, we damage his drive wheel, but no real major damage, and we are taken out finally by an M1 441. So if we go to free camera now, if we go to the free camera now, if it's working. Okay, well it's not working, so we'll have to go to a... For some reason free cam's not working. Okay, we'll go to the hover cam instead. So if we... look, we can see that we have been exposed and the enemy knows our position because he's been killed by us prior, and then takes the shot at us. Easy shot straight through the front, and we're not going to really do much to defend. Not sure why free camera is not working there, but you can see just gone straight through. Not sure where it penetrated, but it doesn't really matter because, well, wherever we're hit, we're pretty much dead. So we're going to jump into another vehicle. Meanwhile, QP is busy. He has managed to get a few more assists. Now I'm going to be jumping in my B1 as well, and I'm going to be jumping in the TR. He's in the bis, and I'm in the TR, and the main difference between the two is the side armour, really. With the B1 bis, the side armour is flat, and you have your ports here for the engine, basically the cooling section for your radiator, and it's a big weak point for the tank, so you have to be cautious of your left side. Whereas with the TR, you can see there is no cooling side, and we have a nice big chunky side bit of plating, which gives us a little bit more protection because we're angled at the side. Now we've got a Chiha over there. Free camera still doesn't want to work. No, free camera is not working at all. So we got a... Gosh, sorry, the camera controls are terrible sometimes. So we've got a Chiha over here. Actually, what we'll do is we'll jump to his position and we will jump to his view. That's a bit easier. So This guy over here is taking a bit of damage, obviously, but he spots me. Giant, big, moving B1 Tur. Goes in for the scope, waits for it, takes a shot, hits my cupola, doesn't do any damage. Now I've been hit, so I know that something's going on. So, turn my tank slightly, try and figure out where the shot came from. And slowly move up, can see the Chiha there, take the shot, hit his track, he takes another shot and manages to damage my turret ring and take out my commander. Now one of the big weak spots on the Shah is the turret and the turret ring. So you can see this battle going on between us at the moment. We're firing off shots and shots, but finally he goes down. Now, if my camera would actually work, we can actually sort of see where the shot went in. You just see that one of the shots went through the flat part by the driver. Just there. Bollocks to this. One of the flat parts went through this section here, and then it also went through the turret ring. So those are two real weak points on this tank, because this is quite flat armor. However, we did manage to take him out. Now we're in a repair stage now, so we're just going to repair. Now one of the other things with this tank is the commander's cupola as well, which is again a bit of a weak point. It makes the tank very high, but you can see that it is very flat, very light armor. The interesting thing is the flaps are down on the vision slots around the side and the around the side, which I always think it should be up, exposing a little bit of extra weakness, because obviously you've got the front one up. The side one, you sort of think maybe it should be up as well. Anyway, as we're going along, QP Pilot is now on B, and he's having an epic fight at the moment. He's managed to get 3 kills. There's a Type 94 coming up to him. And if we look in his camera view, you can sort of see he's looking around. He's sat in a perfect position. However, this side is exposed, but the wood is going to protect him in that respect. The Shah is a bit of a... It's a very strong tank, but it's also a very weak tank if you know what you're looking for. If you know where to shoot it, this tank is very easy to kill. The turret is one of the weakest points of this tank. And also, as I said, the side, especially this bit here. I'm trying to think of the actual armor figures, and I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's around about... there's almost like about an effective about 100mm of armor on the front. So it is very hard to take out. Now, we are capping B currently, and he's sat there capping it. Now, I've actually got engaged with an M1441. Take the shot. Set him on fire. He's stationary. Now I'm lining up my second shot, and boom, away his crew goes. I also spot up there Panzer III, and this is giving QP a little bit of trouble because he's now got tanks behind and in front of him. He's surrounded by vehicles, and there's no real good point to go. Now a Type 94 can be a little bit dangerous. However, the main concern is the Panzer III 1J behind him. So we're going to try and come and support as quickly as possible. The AB-43 is also another annoying vehicle to face. We've got planes hitting us, so we take our shot on the Panzer III, and our shot doesn't penetrate. Now, of course, using our turret, we only got a 37mm, which has an okay effective, an okay penetration of around about 67mm of penetration. However, it's not great post-pen because it is a very small shot. Again, coming from a 47mm gun, it isn't great amounts of size and damage. But we do have in front the giant howitzer, which is our 75mm, and that can be very effective, especially when you're in a battle. However, we've lost a few crew members, so we've lost our loaders, which really does affect this tank's survivability. Take a shot. We damage his cannon. Panzer IIIs and Panzer IVs can be very dangerous to face in the Shah B1 because they have a very good amount of penetration. I just want to point out as well, this guy. He's just driven up, and obviously he's chasing down this AB-43, but completely ignored this Panzer III here. Completely ignored it. Oh well, anyway, back to gameplay. So we got this Panzer III. Now we're aiming our shots. We fired off our large howitzer. Now we're going to try a shot with our 47mm again. We go for a shot just under the track. We do manage to hit and do some damage splashing. Take a shot again with our howitzer. We do a little bit of damage. Now we've got to make sure this AB-43 does not flank us, because that will be sort of a death sentence almost. Take the shot, hit the ammo, take him out instantly. Now we've got a Panzer III 1J to face. We take a shot with our main gun. We only damage the track. The 37mm is almost reloaded. He's moving. We take the shot, penetrate, take him out. Great job. So, after all that battle, we're doing okay. We've lost 2 crew members. We've got a couple injured. QP pilots in the AMC-35. Not a great tank, but an okay-ish vehicle. And he's heading towards A now. Now we're going to sit in B and try and cap it. Now his job is just to try and get up quickly and also protect A from any enemy threats. So right now we'll be looking around, and that's the thing, is I'm looking around trying to survey my surroundings basically. We've got a T-28 to our left, so that's good news. That's a little bit of extra protection, but we want to sit in the cap circle to try and obviously cap it. Take down tickets towards the end of the match. We're currently on 7 kills with 2 assists, and we're just really glancing around. Now, QP's on 5 with 3 assists, and he's coming up. Now, we've got 1 death to our name, and again, that's more of that cautious playstyle, as I said. QP's only got 2, so you can see there's not much difference in playstyle, but you can get a difference in the amount of kills you get, for instance. When you're a little bit more of a snipey, slower playstyle, you tend to get a few more kills. Now we spotted a vehicle coming up there. We take the shot. Now the Panzer IIIJ again attacking us. Now he's in a hull down position, but he's moving from his very good position into a slightly less he's sort of moved into a position where it's not going to help him as much. However, he is trying to flank us. Now there's also the Italian 4732 coming up as well, and again that can be a dangerous tank. QP's coming up and he is shooting to try and keep that tank spotted. The Panzer IIIJ's come down. He's taking shots at us. We're getting hit from the side now as well. The AB-43 has come around. There was a Crusader sat here, but he's been taken out. And now we're in a lot of trouble. We've completely been flanked, and finally the AB-43 manages to take us out. So the AB-43 takes a shot, shoots us through the side, and can't really see now because of the over damage, but shoots us through the hatch. So just here on the top here, has gone through and taken out a couple of the crew members that were sitting there, and with that we only had 1 crew member remaining. So we are taken out of the game completely with that. Well, not completely, but we are taken out of the fight. Now QP's coming up, there's a Panzer IIIJ there, and he gets taken out very quickly, unfortunately. So we jump back in to the B1 bis now, and with my B1 I've got the bushes basically covering up my weak point, and then everything else covering up my main turret. QP is now in the P7TAA, and this is a good vehicle to be in at this time of game stage because, well, at the moment there are a lot of planes up if we don't jump from the vehicle. So he's in a position where he can keep me safe, because obviously the B1 is a very attractive target to planes because it's a giant lumbering beast. Very easy vehicle to hit. QP's coming along behind us and giving us a bit of protection. Now you'll notice that we're on, I think I'm on 2 deaths and he's on 3 now. So you see different playstyles evolving there, but also a bit of luck as well. He's looking around, trying to keep an eye out and keeping us safe from planes. The other thing as well is there's also the armoured cars to worry about, and they have really changed up the way that gameplay works, because armoured cars are now very effective at flanking and basically being speedy and getting behind the enemy, and it can really cause a lot of bother. So there's an AB-43 here, so QP slowly climbs up the hill in this half-track. Of course the P7 is not a great vehicle, but it's not terrible either. So he's glancing around, I'm coming around as well, and we're keeping side by side. Now there's an AB-43 to our right that I've not noticed, I don't think. Nope, we've not noticed it yet. QP notices it though. Straight away, he gets on his guns. Starts shooting. He gets his driver taken out. However, these guns have enough penetration to go through the armour of that vehicle. It's the only thing that does. Unfortunately though, he gets taken out by an artillery strike from the Panzer III there. So now it's up to us. Now we're going to go in and try and basically keep a B out of the hands of the enemy. So we've avoided the artillery, which is also a danger to us because we are such a large target. One of the other things about the Ter and the Bis, of course, is that the Bis actually has a radio station on board. Now, this was a big improvement, and one of the big things for French tanks, because radios were very important in battle. Basically, radio communication really helped out a lot, and it's something that the French didn't really have with their early tanks. Panzer III up there in A. But time is running out on this battle, and it is game over. We will head back to the post-screen results quickly. Okay, so what a game. Fantastic. Just missed out on a million lines as well, which was unfortunate. So anyway, let's just look at the awards. So rank does not matter, one shot, shadow streak, adamant, double strike, professional, avenger, eye for an eye, tank rescuer, and teamwork as well, which is always handy. And 21,000 lines, not too bad. Also made 2k research on the Subase, which is quite nice. So playing with my friend QP Pilot there, one of my subscribers. Yes. Shout out to him, fantastic job as well. So yeah, that was a really fun game. Although we didn't finish top of the points, you know, like it's weird how it works out. We're both capping zones, but we didn't end up zone capturing, so we didn't get the massive thing. And as we end the battle, just a big thank you to QP Pilot and everybody who watched. I do apologise about the just the general video quality today. I had to use the post replay, so not the best quality. But still, it came out pretty well, I think. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time. Thank you so much, and bye-bye. Hi guys, now just a quick charity shout out here for the Cat Adoption Foundation in Adelaide, Australia. It's a no-kill fostering foundation and network, and right here we're seeing some of the kitties that are up for foster, other than the big black panther who is actually housed. Basically just calling out for any shares in the world or people that are willing to donate anything to these guys. They really do a great job and look after all their animals. Thank you so much, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.